Sweeties, how are you doing? Welcome to Nanya Sim. If this is your first time of coming across this channel, kindly smash that subscribe button, turn your notification so you are notified each time I upload, and please give this video a thumb up. I appreciate you all so much, and I am saying a very big shout out to every one of you for all the love and support you all shower me here with. I am super grateful, and you all are very sweet. So today we'll be talking something very important, and it's about I think she's probably Italian. I don't know where she's from, or Russia, because her accent, you definitely will know she is not English, you know. Oh my goodness, I am tired of seeing palm-colored women coming out here to tell black people what to do and what not to do. I mean, she actually stitched a black lady's video saying that black people should stop eating nacho, pizza, whatever, because black people said you are not supposed to wear braids because it is a cultural appropriation, right? Women should stop wearing braids. And she went further to call about so many things. You all should stop walking on the road. Getting welfare and all that, because they are all English, like they were all from the Europeans and all that. And I think she is very dumb, because if there is anyone that enjoy welfare so much, white women, there are the major people, just like the way affirmative action, like they said it was black people that was enjoying it more, forgetting that it is them. And now she talked about welfare. When we were talking about cultural appropriation, she brought welfare into it, forgetting that there are the people that benefit, that has been benefiting so much from welfare. Make this make sense, because I don't understand it. Did black people ask you to give them pizza, or did they ask you to bring pizza to? It was when you all started migrating there, and then some people came with their different dishes and all that. That is not cultural appropriation. I mean, can some people wake up and stop disturbing, like, you know, waking up every day to gaslight black people? Because I don't see black people bothering you people like you all bother them. I am just going to roll this clip. We'll come back to talk about it, and I absolutely want to read all your comments. Let's get into this video straight up.
I'm going to give you all a quick lesson on why box braiding your hair as a white person is a means of cultural appropriation.
It has been brought to my attention that a lot of creators here on TikTok are saying that white women cannot wear box braids, for it is cultural appropriation. Well, I don't agree with you, my love muffins, because if we expand on that logic, you should immediately stop eating nachos, tacos, pizzas, lasagnas, and all other foods that don't belong to your particular culture. Also, if where you came from originally they didn't have hot running water, plumbing, roads, hospitals, and welfare, maybe you shouldn't be accessing those services brought to you by wonderful Western civilization, huh? Think about that. On TikTok, are saying that white women cannot wear box braids, for it is...
I hate to stitch this woman, but I just have to say, the Conscious Lee did a video on this, right? So he said that if you're looking for clout, if you're looking for more views, piss off black women. And that's what she did. That's what she did. People are stitching, people are talking about her. And what's crazy, though, is that her logic is probably the, most out of left field logic that anyone's used. And let me tell you why. Because she's talking about things that just someone else invented, but it's not cultural. Plumbing is not cultural. Roads are not cultural, stupid. And nachos, lasagna, pizza, and tacos in America is definitely not cultural. So all this stuff that you're trying to make as a parallel or whatever, like with that logic, if we expand on that logic, no, that it's not the same thing at all. So I believe that you're trolling, because there's just no way that anyone would believe that logic. I'm sorry. And if you do out there, if you did comment on her video and you're like, right on, yeah, you're dumb too. Okay? Because is plumbing cultural? Are roads cultural? Think about it, stupid. I'm going to say stupid one more time because it's stupid. Anyway, enjoy the rest of your day.
Attention that a lot of creators here on TikTok are saying...
I I'm not gonna address any of the points of her video because she didn't address any of the points of the original video. So I feel like it's fair. I think that you guys want to do something without pushback. It's not that you want to wear, or it's not that you care about the conversation or whatever. You just want to wear braids without someone saying something to you. And I'm here to tell you that it is not possible. Do it. Go ahead. Wear box braids. But know that there's someone that's going to either say that you look stupid or they're going to say you look pretty. And that is with everything. If I wear my bonnet out in public, someone's going to question me, but I don't give a fuck. It's a bonnet. I don't care. I don't care. You can say what you will, and I won't care. But y'all want to be in your hug boxes, and you want black women to say, no, baby, it's fine. You can wear box braids. And you're going to find a black woman who will say that to you. But I don't think that it matters. If you want to do something, go do it. But know that there's always going to be someone that looks at you dumb. But that's what you guys want. You want people to allow you to do things without pushback. And that is not how society works. And it's not how human beings work in the first place. Do what you will. But stop saying that the Vikings wore braids. No one is arguing that you can't wear braids. The argument is that box braids are cultural appropriation. If you don't care about cultural appropriation, then you just don't care. But that doesn't mean that that's not what it is. That doesn't erase the definition of cultural appropriation. Cultural appropriation is a word. It is a term. And that is what wearing box braids is. Just because there's a person in Africa, there's a person in Nigeria, there's a person in a country in Africa that is okay with you wearing braids, doesn't mean that every black person across the diaspora, especially in America where black people have constantly created trends and had those trends ripped away from them, taken and given the credit to someone else, i.e. Kim Kardashian calling Fulani braids Boded braids. I don't know what you want me to say. You want permission and you're not going to get it. Therefore, go ahead and appropriate the culture. But do it and not give a fuck. The thing is that you guys are pussies.
Saying that white women cannot wear box braids for it is cultural.
First, I don't know where you're from. Judging by your accent, I'm just going to assume that you're not from the US. So I don't know why that you have made it your white bitch business to get into our. The black woman that you stitched was absolutely right. White women shouldn't be wearing box braids. They shouldn't be wearing cornrows or Afrocentric hairstyle. And over history, our European ancestors did humiliating and horrible things that we are still trying to undo here in the US. And yes, box braids for white women is still not a thing. We are trying to pass laws in the US, and it's only made it to 22 states out of 50 to make it to where black women cannot be discriminated against or fired from their jobs from wearing a hairstyle that is natural to them. Don't speak on shit that you know nothing about. Enjoying food from another culture is not the same thing as wearing around a hairstyle that is A, not meant for your hair type and is going to make your hair fall out, and B, why would you want to do something that is harming someone else? It's giving psychopath. It's giving sociopath. It's giving daughters of the Confederacy. Go back to Europe, Russia, Australia, wherever the hell that you're from, and mind your white bitch business. Quit trying to give white women in the U.S. permission from you. We don't need any more permission from you to do fucked up shit. And just for clarification, this is for educational purposes. I'm not throwing hate on you. I just want you to stop pushing this disgusting narrative. And I'm not going to argue with a fool. If you really want to wear those box braids and you really feel like you should, go ahead. Find out. I implore you to. But quit pretending to know anything about the U.S. when you're not here. Unless you visit every now and then. I don't know. I don't know your deal. I don't know if you do live. But you are not from here and you do not know what we are going through over here. Why don't you have a conversation with the white women on your continent and mind your white bitch European business? I'm going to be over here trying to get us to stop doing those behaviors. I'm trying to get us together. Why don't you make yourself useful and help us pass laws to protect black women rather than steal from them?
It has been brought to my attention that a lot of creators here on TikTok.
Jane, my dear. Now, it has been brought to my attention that you have a problem with us eating nachos, tacos, pizza, and all that stuff, and then had the audacity to say something about welfare. But we all know that here in America, European Americans are the welfare queens. But I digress. But we'll get to that on another day. But you want to go and get box braids? Oh, my dear. Did they not warn you? Did they not warn you? But, I'm pretty sure Starla can warn you. I mean, she did that. You may want to go look her up. The before and the after. But, like I always tell them, there are always actions and reactions, causes and effects, consequences and repercussions to appropriations, especially when it's appropriating our culture. It seems like the ancestors want to tell you something through us, but you don't listen. And when you don't listen to the ancestors, well, the ancestors will make you listen another way. So, go on. Get your box braids. Get your cornrows. Get your dreads. Because we don't call them dreads. So get your dreads. Get whatever appropriated hairstyle you see fit. However, there are actions and reactions, causes and effects, consequences and repercussions. And soon you will learn. If we can't tell you, the ancestors will. You have the day you deserve, Jane.
I'm gonna give y'all a quick lesson on why box braiding your hair as a white person is a means of cultural appropriation.
Okay, I'm gonna explain something to you guys that I generally try not to do. I do not banter about something that on a grand scale I cannot change, or at least give some push or pull about. Other people wearing or doing something that's a part of somebody else's culture, bro, I gave up on that so long ago, and I'm gonna tell y'all why. We do not live in a world that's set up for you to govern the things that other people do on a very personal, like almost customizable level. At some point, like as black people, we need to understand or gain the understanding that we are one of, if not the most romanticized demographic of people that walk this earth. I understand the sentiment that like everything that we do isn't cool until somebody else does it, but we did it first. Like Crocs. Crocs were not cool until we started wearing them. What some of us need to understand, bro, is we will never get the credit for that. It's not going to happen. So again, when people say like we don't get any credit for the stuff that we make popular that isn't necessarily cool until other people do it, I get it. If other people want to culturally appropriate or whatever, let them look stupid. But I'm honestly in the belief of there's nothing social media wise that we're going to do to have white people stop wearing box braids or certain people wearing this or this, that, and the third. It's not going to happen.
It has been brought to my attention that a lot of creators here.
So right there, this video that I'm stitching, right? So in the video, I didn't read it all or watch it all because it told me that it lacks really real purpose in my life. What she was basically saying that if white people gatekeep hospitals and welfare and shit like that, we wouldn't have nothing. But it comes to my attention. She was walking down the street on her cell phone. She didn't know we created traffic signals and cell phones before she actually got one. It's literally on this list that I got. And on this list, it tells like everything a black person invents. And we just can create certain food that it can eat. You know what I'm saying? Because if we got rid of that list and we decided to say, hey, let's go back to Africa and take everything that we had with you and you guys can't have nothing left, y'all be sitting here looking dumbfounded. But you're going to have an empty-ass hospital because some of that shit that y'all have in that hospital, we invented. We put it together. We make sure the hospitals run. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's giving dumb. It's giving research. What about the Vikings and the Celtics? What about them? They had plats. There's a difference between box braids and plats. I think that's totally different. I don't think they had cut corners and edges and squares and shit. I don't think they was laying down their baby hairs. I don't think back in that time. I think they was just gathering their hair up, brushing that shit or combing it out, whatever they had at that time, and then plaiting it up. You know, that was a word. That was a word. Plats. I think they be forgetting that there's like two separate different meanings between braids and plats. But hey, who am I to judge? Who am I to judge? It's not like we did a lot. We did a lot. Did we? Did we though? I feel like we did. What you talking about? Huh? You said I'm recording? I'm recording a video right now while I'm talking to you? Invisible person. Girl, stop. Oh, I am. Hi. Oh my god, this is so embarrassing. But thank you for listening to my TED Talk. Alright, have a good.
Women cannot wear box braids for it is cultural appropriation.
So this argument is so fucking preposterous because most black people can't wear box braids because of their hair texture, because that's the base of this whole protective style. It's the texture of the hair and it protects it from weathering, etc., etc. Okay, to compare something like that to food is so freaking asinine and so on brand for a white person to be so racially and culturally insensitive. But the idea that somebody who, like the way you grip a box braid, stringy, dirty, greasy, fine white hair does not work on that. And it's never like a culturally Jewish woman who has like 3C hair and she's like, oh, you know, I just want to put my hair in a protective style. Like, no, it's always fucking bleach blonde, Scandinavian descent white people who are like, I'm gonna pay $500 to wear my hair in box braids for the weekend, and that weekend a box braids turns into you having to chop off all your fucking hair. Like, it's so fucking ridiculous that people keep having to have this conversation. It's just like when a person who is of Samoan descent say, okay, you guys can have tattoos, but don't culturally appropriate our tattoos. And that's when you see a whole bunch of white people who
just are purposely getting these sacred tattoos. Like, it's the equivalent to that. Like, no one isn't saying you can't get a hairstyle that's similar. Like, you could get box braids. Just how about you not get them with the hair? Like, use your natural, stringy, disgusting white people hair. Like, why can't you just use your natural hair? It just... Y'all fucking people are weird as fuck.
On that logic, you should immediately stop eating nachos, tacos, pizza.
She is absolutely right. Everything she named is absolutely right. But remember this, we didn't ask for none of that. We didn't ask to be in this country. Our ancestors were forced to be in this country. Our women were forced to be in this country. The culture came with us. So box braids are definitely part of our culture. So like she said, white women wearing box braids, it definitely is culture appropriation. You can say that other cultures wear braids all day. But once you decide that you want to add cankelon hair to it, caneckelon hair, whatever you want to call it, that's when it becomes culture appropriation. Those are the same things that we were shunned for, down for, that y'all didn't like, that we were called ghetto for, and then you turn around and you do it, and it's a fashion statement. Yes, it is culture appropriation. We didn't ask for nobody's, what'd she say? Nachos, tacos, pizza, none of that. All that stuff came with America. When America started opening up and letting immigrants come here, such as Hispanic immigrants who came with their tacos, Italian immigrants who came with Italian pizza and spaghetti and all that other stuff, we ain't asked for none of that. We ain't asked for none of that. So you said, like, us having those things here in America due to Western civilization is a privilege, when the only privileged motherfucker is you. Like, we didn't ask for none of that. So, yeah.
Let me give y'all a quick lesson on why box braiding your hair as a white person is a means of cultural appropriation.
See, this is what I'm saying. This is why I have such a hard time having thoughtful, intellectual debates on TikTok. Because even though this white lady is right, you can't culturally appropriate a hairstyle, or even if you could, you know what I'm saying? I'm not about to stop culturally appropriating nothing. I love Wu-Tang Clan. I love anime. You know what I'm saying? I love Mexican dogs. This dog is cultural appropriation if you're going by. But I think what it is we have to, once again, acknowledge why are these sisters mad. Because when you do it, it's avant-garde and fashion forward. And when they do it, y'all, they get the perception that they're hood or is ghetto or whatever until it gets adopted by certain people. Like, both things are fucking true.
Timu, Margot Robbie. I know that the conversation is about cultural appropriation, and I'm pretty sure that I, as someone who can speak for the black population, wouldn't mind in this instance if you went ahead and culturally appropriated our eyebrows so that they looked a little bit more human and a little less Jackson Pollock painting. They're not even my eyebrows, and I'm tempted to get a semicolon tattoo. That's the vibe they're giving. Nonetheless, the simple fact that you think that a majority of the Western inventions that happen to be in America are mostly by white people is very telling of somebody of your stature. How convenient that we've left out a lot of modern day technologies that we use today that you're using right now that were invented by black people. The patent to the cell phone that you're using as a soapbox right now? Yeah, black person. Peanut butter, super soakers, dry cleaning, all created by black people, but you only wanted to list the white individuals, right? Maybe educate yourself before you try to educate. Toodles.
This is not for the lady who called out the woman for accusing people of cultural appropriation. It's for the lady accusing people of cultural appropriation. Let me start off by explaining to you the definition, the actual true meaning of cultural appropriation, not this new woke definition. Hold on. This comes from the Encyclopedia Britannica. Cultural appropriation takes place when members of a majority group adopt cultural elements of a minority group in an exploitive, disrespectful, or stereotypical way. To fully understand its consequences, though, we need to make sure we have a working definition of culture itself. You see, in this day and age, there's no working definition because it changes. 2, are those beads in your hair? Yeah, that's not your culture. Take them out since you want to say that we're culturally appropriating your history. Oh, those dreadlocks that y'all love to wear? Get rid of them. That was first documented by the Hindu Vedics as a ceremonial hairdressing. Oh, that makeup you're wearing? Yeah, that's white culture. White people wore that first. You see, cultural appropriation accusations can go both ways. When you accuse someone of cultural appropriations and you're actually wearing things that were first part of the culture of other races, it can be accused of you of the exact same thing. You see, when people wear tight braids or cornrows or dreads, they wear them because they like the way it looks. That's in no way disrespectful. As a matter of fact, it's an appreciation of that hairstyle. To accuse someone of culturally appropriating a hairstyle means that you believe that they are being disrespectful to that hairstyle, when in fact, in actuality, they are not. They actually appreciate it. They love it. They adore the way it looks. Just like you like the way beads look in your hair, that's in no way cultural appropriation because you like the way it looks. Now, if they're doing it to mock black people, like wearing blackface is disrespectful, then yes, that's cultural appropriation, but not just because they like the way it looks.
So this is all I got from the stitches. I am tired. I am exhausted of these people. I am tired of having to say this all the time. I am tired of seeing them all over. Man, I am not telling you people not to put on box braid. Wear box braid. Wear it. Buy relaxer at the same time. Relax your hair. Perm it. And at the same time, use hair straightener, hot comb. Also, use it. I mean, what's all this waking up? See, there is something I found out about these people. Trust me on that. They just wake up and want to gaslight black people because they know they are going to get stitched, they are going to get delayed, you know. I am tired of seeing them, like all of them. If they don't understand, let them go wallow in their ignorance. Like, let them wear braids. Yes, wear braids. Did you see Star Solo? You saw what happened to her hair? Yeah. This is part of what they keep telling you people. It is not even made for your hair texture. They are not even some people that I see even are not even trying to like hide it or something or keep it. They're just trying to tell you it is not even made for your hair texture. And then they go bald before you know what's going on. I mean, why do you all have to come here? I mean, especially all the time to like, you know, with your BS, because it's all BS that I see. I mean, make all this make sense. Like, I wake up every day to some bullshit. I mean, you all gaslighting yourselves. I don't see black people waking up every day to bother anybody. They don't bother anybody, really. But you all wake up every day to bother them. Like, are you guys not tired? It's tiring. I'm tired of seeing it. I'm tired of bringing it here. Because I think some people should use their, common sense. You heard what your fellow white said, and then the ones at the end, it is really not cultural appropriation. Why do you straighten your hair? It is all good when black people wear it. But it's all gorgeous when you all wear it. Our hair is not good enough. Our braids is not good enough. You take it and you want to make it your own. It is not good on black people, but it's good on you. Like, are you guys for real? Stop already. We're tired of waking up to all this. I am really tired. If you are not tired, I am tired of seeing them. Some people come like, they come with empty brain on the internet. and then look for a way to gaslight themselves, not even me. Go get it. Perm your hair. Do you know the kind of relaxer you want? We definitely would recommend relaxer for you. When you finish relaxing your hair, go get you a box braid. And then my ancestors will visit you real soon. This is where I'm going to draw the curtain. See you all in my next video. Bye for now.